Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Yes, I am Diana Clarion. I am the Lavender Lady. This is a day in a life. It's a special day in a life today. A little bit different to the way I've been doing things in the past, and we'll see if this is a new direction or if it's a one-time shot. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But I'll do my usual crying and whining to open up the show, and then a little bit later on, I'm going to bring on from the EIE network the one and only, the brilliant, the beautiful Aimée Hogan. And if he ever shows up, the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Dick Dawson. Yeah, because we were talking yesterday, and we had some experiences to share, and this sounds like something I might like to share with everybody. I hope you guys don't mind. Who do we have here? We have I see Greg, and I see Travis, and I see Aimée, and I feel like Miss Barbara, and this is Romper Room. Um, but I finally, can you imagine? Got to talk to somebody in social services at the medical clinic that I go to. Yay? No. Oh my, oh my. It only took a month because the people there were dialing the wrong phone number, and they insisted that they were not doing that. They insisted they were doing it right. And it's like, oh, come on, you know? I was, to say the least, a little bit miffed. But finally got in contact with somebody there. And the unfortunate thing is that they offered some ideas to go to for money that would cover dialysis, that would cover treatments. The problem is this: I have to come out of pocket for the first 3 months. And okay, I don't know how many people among you are familiar with this sort of thing, with the pricing structure. But at $1,500 per dialysis session, at 3 sessions per week for 3 months, which is what this particular program wanted before they started paying money, you're talking close to $50,000. That is 50K, kids. Who's got that? I want to know. Because what is this? Are they really saying, let's just kill off the poor people? Is that it? Because it feels like it. I mean, yes, I'm whining and I'm crying. I admit it. What the heck is going on here? Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this Dick Dawson person? I don't know. Hi, how you doing? I'm just whining and crying for a little bit before I bring you two on. Oh my! But yeah, it's. I want to know how it is that anyone is supposed to be able to afford to live, especially through illness. Um, because they're basically telling me, okay, lady, you get to die, and it's taking a long time for me to come to terms with it. Um, it is taking a while for me to come to terms with it because I am afraid of it. I think you already know that. Um, but and as Aaron Ra has said, being dead isn't all that bad. It's getting there that's the problem, and that's my thing here is that I am afraid of what it's going to take to get there. I don't know what to do. I don't. But okay, while we're talking about that, I have discovered that I am not alone in this sort of thing. that there are people close to me who are going through the same darn things. So why don't I bring on from the EIE network, which you folks should be looking at and subscribe to, and if you're not, you're horrible people. Um, but let's bring on Aimée Hogan. Let's bring on Dick Dawson because they've got their stories to tell as well, as I was finding out last night. So, Aimée, hi, how are you? Little bit this, little bit that. Go for me, go for you. What am I talking about? I have no idea. Let me go over here. Okay, there we go. Now we're camera one and camera two, so we're good with that.
Cool.
And
There we
uh,
go.
and Richard, hello, dear. How the heck are you?
Hello. Hello. I'm good actually. I had a crazy morning, a lot of stuff to do, and just kind of settling down now and got the CBD vape pen ready to go, and I'm gonna soothe the aching bones.
Oh my, oh my. Okay, your gain is a little high, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just a
I
tiniest touch. There we are. Because, okay, I take it that both of you have been through the how am I going to pay for health care sort of thing. Amy, you're in New England, is that it?
Yes, I am. Yes, I
And
am in Maine.
and Dick, you're north of the border, are you not? So you're a little bit more civilized than we are down here.
Yeah, it's a lot different for myself, but it's still not the free for all that some do think it is. Like dental's left off the list and a few other things. So.
So Amy, what have you been going through really to get through this
No.
stuff? If
Um,
you don't mind talking about it.
oh yeah, no, not at all. My problem is being able to keep and hang on to insurance even after we had the whole the Obamacare came through, the Affordable Care Act. It was
Mm.
great for a while, but our governor at the time didn't want to expand Medicaid to cover people. So we had one
Okay.
of yeah, yes. So we dealt with that for a long time, and it was everything was happening right around the time that my son got diagnosed with autism. So we were
Oops.
trying to keep him on Medicaid so he could get his services because in the state of Maine, I'm not sure how it is in other states, but if you don't have Medicaid, you don't qualify for services for them to help them, like with behavior and everything. And
Oh my.
so I have to,
Okay.
yeah. So it took me at least 6 months to get him onto Medicaid at first, and then to keep him on was a slight struggle. Plus, I've been going through my own health care issues, so I've had to fight with insurances to keep myself on an insurance plan as well. So that's been yeah. So it's a constant battle. Sometimes it's dropped every month. Sometimes I can go 6 months and be okay. Other times it's
Oh, so,
I'm okay for a year. It's you
so
never
you're
know.
never sure that you're going to have anything then, is that it?
Yeah, there have been times where I've had to, stop things, and so which isn't helpful if you're trying to treat something. If you're supposed to be consistent with your treatments, and you
Uh-huh.
can't do that if you don't have insurance. So
Yeah, yeah. Now, if I may, the stuff that you're dealing
Mhm.
with, is that life threatening or is
No,
that
thank
merely
goodness.
inconvenient? If
It's it's inconvenient, and it's a pain literally because it did cause rheumatoid arthritis.
ooh,
So it's
not fun.
yeah, because it
Okay.
hit my immune system. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, so it's fun. But if I can keep my treatments going consistently, I'm okay and I feel fine. It's just keeping those going. So and being
Mm-hmm.
able to stay on the
Yeah.
insurance.
Oh my word. Oh, let me. Okay, Jeanette is spelled with an E. Hi there, Jeanette. You are a wonderful lady. Yes. Jeff's sister, Jeanette, is in the audience. Lovely lady. One of the
Oh.
very few, if you want to call it a good thing, that came out of Strike's death was I did get to meet his sister. I did get to meet his niece. They are a couple wonderful, absolutely wonderful people. Yes, you heard it here. Uh-huh. I count Jeanette among my very dearest friends, and I count Catherine among my very dearest friends. So you heard it from me. But Dick, I mean, okay, you are in the land of Canada. You are in the land of, do you want to call it universal health care? But you do mention that it's not necessarily a panacea, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, you fall off a ladder, hurt yourself, you just go over to the hospital and you get fixed up. But if you've got a tooth that needs fixed or a root canal, it's completely on you. There's no help or coverage there at all. And when it comes to like my son being on the spectrum, we do get, with no questions asked, we get like $8,000 a year to spend on treatments and helpers for him and whatnot. But when you factor that over a year, it's 3/4 of fuck all.
I was just going to ask how far that took you. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you one hour appointment a week, but they usually end up having to be like 50 minutes because it doesn't quite cover it. And one hour a week, right, doesn't really help a lot. So what we did was we got him into a private school-like system where he's homeschooled now, and along with the services he's been already getting, he now gets 4 extra 1-hour Zoom calls a week with educators that are used to working with children like him. And that was great, right? It was a big find to get that going. Very helpful.
All right. So that sounds extremely much good. But okay. I'll try to move one situation onto another, and if you don't know anything, just tell me you don't, and it's fine. But somebody like me, were I a Canadian citizen, how much of a problem or not problem would I have with end-stage renal disease?
I know that if you wanted to do it in a private care where you're paying situation, you can like sort of jump the queue and get things done a little faster, but you would be on a waiting list to get things, moving.
Okay, you would. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you know offhand how that impacts treatment of people who need things like this? I mean, does it make them worse off?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I do know, I hear a lot about like sometimes the waits are unbelievable and some people say that, if there was more private money going into our system, there might be more availability of treatments and stuff. But then the other side of that argument is always, well, then you're going to have a 2-tiered system, one for the poor and one for everybody else. And there seems to be a real push against that up here for sure.
Okay, and I can kind of see where that is coming from. Yeah, if you want the equity across the board, which here in the U.S. they can't even pronounce that word. So that's interesting in the sense that it's not a panacea, but I take it though that it is better than what somebody in Cleveland or Pittsburgh would have to put up with.
Oh yes, by far. I hear horror stories from my friends in the United States when they're looking at big treatments and whatnot, and we just, for the most part, you don't have issues like that at all up here. There's always going to be the odd exception to the rule. Offhand, I can't really think of one, but I bet if I was to start looking there, I could find a couple of instances where, people found it better to go somewhere else because it was taking too long here, maybe, or something. But
okay,
I think for the most part, like myself with fibromyalgia, I was able to get done up by a doctor, and they signed some papers, which gets me onto the Canadian disability plan. And So I'm basically just a stay-home parent with my son. And I mean, we don't live well because it's not huge cash, but it's definitely more than it's better than craft dinner every night, right? We're not they don't completely screw you, right?
Oh my! Is there anybody? Okay, for one, is there anybody in Parliament who is opposing the health care, or is there anybody else who's pushing for more?
There is push. There's a few pushes. You always hear rumbles every few years about getting more dental stuff covered and getting dental onto the regular, you're just covered system. Um, um, I'm not sure that that'll happen. But you hear about it. But I think if anybody in government up here was to suggest that we should, relax the general health care we have for people and make it a little bit more privatized and money based, they would probably be out of office in a heartbeat. I just don't think that
Uh-huh.
anybody could survive politically if they said that.
Oh my word! And that's amazing because down here it's very hard for somebody to survive politically if they support the help. And Aimée, is there anybody in Maine who is trying to push for better, or are you stuck with what you've got?
Right at the moment, we're stuck with what we've got. When we did elect our new governor, Janet Mills, she's a lot better than who we had before, who was a national. He was an embarrassment.
I'm trying to remember. Was that Angus King?
No, that was Governor LePage, who was the
Ah,
embarrassment.
okay,
first
okay.
first Franco-American governor. It's a great representative. Gross, but not good. Uh, no, but now that we got her in, once she got in office, she signed the Medicaid expansion, which was good because then I was able to also get covered because I was one of those ones that was in limbo and I was just kind of stuck with no health insurance and
Okay,
I'm home
yeah.
with my son as well because with and especially during the pandemic, I can't work because I can't leave him home by himself. He's one of those. It's one of those situations where I'm kind of like, uh oh.
Well, there's the interesting thing with the situation I'm in. For example, I've looked up things and everything, and working on kidney disease. They candy coat it as much as they can, but it's like, okay, you might be able to work some part time, and so you can't even close the gap by working for it.
Right.
Um, and that's when you get a situation like this where it affects that much of your life. And
Hmm.
I don't know what yours is like, Dick, with the fibromyalgia. If it gets that bad, or yours, you,
Oh,
which
I
autoimmune
get
disease is that, Aimée?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have a brain tumor and I have rheumatoid arthritis. So yeah, it's like yeah, it's benign. So it's good. It's just sitting there. I named it so I could yell at it. So,
oh man, I am. Oh God, I feel for you. I feel. Oh God, I
thank
feel
you.
for you. It's
Thank you. Yeah, it was
doctors thought I had a tumor when I was 18, so I know the fear.
ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it turned out with me it was not a tumor. Would you believe it was too much normal tissue?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, besides
Yeah.
that, okay, let's get back to you, not me. Um,
It's about the size of like a tiny pinky nail. That's about the size of it, and it's caused all kinds of strange issues, and it's just a blast. It's
oh
so
my.
I named him Francis after this. If you ever watched Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, Francis is the jerk that steals the bicycle. So
Oh,
at the time
okay,
when I got
okay.
it, that was still kind of popular. So I named the tumor after him so I can yell at him
Jeez.
because he's a jerk.
Good idea.
Oh my.
And I'm too ornery being stubborn, so that's how I get through.
What I
So,
don't know offhand is what we can do, and I don't know how much what's the word I'm looking for? Activity, activists or activist stuff or anything that you two have been into. I mean, do you know how much we can do or what we can do to bring things to the attention of people who might be able to do something decent about it? Or, I mean, or are we just, up Shit's Creek without a paddle here? Well, I know in the U.S. we are, but
right.
that's another
I
story
do
entirely. Hmm.
exactly. I do have a contact in the state legislature. I'm going to try to contact her again and see what she suggests to do to kind of help things get better on our end and at least get a start in the right direction, and then
Mm.
go from there and see what we can do about healthcare because it's really important. It's just, and people can't go without it. I mean,
Right. This is the thing. I mean, I'm going to bring myself up again. You guys are so tired of hearing about me, but that's beside the point. I mean, without the health care, I die.
mhm,
Yeah.
Now I'm, what's the word? I'm accustoming myself to it, so it's not all that bad. Maybe my dying isn't all that bad a thing. But there are some people who really need to stick around or would really like to stick around, and they are in all sorts of shit.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They are not welcoming death. Um, and here down below the border, anyway, it's almost as if those in charge are happy to say, "You're dead. Bye bye." I don't know.
Right.
Do you get that impression, or?
Sounding
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I do. Also get the impression of I've got mine, so screw everybody else. That's also the impression I get.
Yeah, absolute, absolute. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at the healthcare that the people in in the Congress and Senate get. They get that primo healthcare. They're so out of touch with everyday people that it's just they have no idea what it's like to live every day and go through different things that different families go through. They have no clue. They're clueless.
I'd love to
Mm.
have everything taken care of at Walter Reed. I really would. It's. I have to wonder. Some of the blue collar, if you want to call them that, legislators that we have, AOC, for example,
Mhm.
who came up from not having much of anything, and now she's a representative. What's it like for her? Is she getting accustomed to the good treatment, and is she losing touch with the people she originally was a part of? I don't know.
I hope.
Because an acquaintance of mine, I hesitate to call him friend, although we are friendly. The Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, is running for U.S. Senate again. And I don't know how things are going to go. Should he win a seat? Is he going to change for the worse? Because John's a really good man. I like him a whole hell of a lot. Any Pennsylvanians out in the audience, please consider him. Um, we talked when Pat Toomey won the election in 2016 because John was running in that election. And he had told me, when I was considering running in 22, he had raised 600 something thousand dollars and was still outspent 15 to 1. So he said, "Yeah, you want to have some good fundraising behind you." And it's like,
Wow.
oh shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that much coin together. Oh my. But
Wow.
so I'm very happy that he's doing the running so I don't have to.
Yikes! Exactly.
But he's
Wow.
an amazing guy. He really is. He's about 7'19", and casts an imposing figure. You certainly would not. Your first thought of him would not be a U.S. senator, but he seems to be doing well enough as lieutenant governor, so that's a very good. Well, he was mayor of Braddock when I first met him. Braddock is a community right down the street from me,
Okay.
and he was the one who got things like community gardens going and that sort of thing. I mean, he was really into the grassroots everything. So that's when I decided I liked him. Yeah. But oh well. What am I missing here? I mean, what are you two thinking that I haven't?
My doorbell just went. One sec, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll put it
sure.
on speaker so I can hear you.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, are you thinking of anything that I've missed in this little discussion?
Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think we really missed too much. It's just that if you don't have insurance, it's like, oh cow, the expense of just trying to go to the doctors. Back when my tumor was first discovered, I had to have an MRI, and
Mm-hmm.
my back when I had it, it was $5,000 with no insurance just for the MRI itself. That doesn't include the person reading the MRI, the person sending it, and then the doctor looking at it. I got charged for that as well. It took me 5 years to pay that off.
And
Yeah.
well, now that you remind me, thank you. You did remind me of something. With the funding programs that do exist, such as they do miss a great deal. Okay, let's say that somebody would have a program that would pay for a kidney transplant. And okay, so, because there are, believe it or not, and just knocked me right over when I first got the indications that I was having a problem. About 5 people said, "Hey, you need a kidney? I've got one. You can have it." It's like, what? But okay,
Yeah.
putting the kidney in me, that's covered. But how about the anesthesiologist? How about
Right.
whatever else you've got going on to add on to that? Uh, and the people who are designing these programs, I don't know if they purposely exclude these things to make the price tag better, or if they sincerely don't think of it. I mean, it could be easy
Right.
to lose sight of, yeah, you're gonna need generals, so you're gonna need an anesthesiologist. So I'd like to see that sort of thing modified, taken care of, whatever you want to call that.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I do know that healthcare still needs an overhaul. Favoring the privatization of the healthcare system is just, it's not working. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
I know there are going to be people who don't agree with me on that, but it doesn't work. It raised the prices far too high, and now everybody is paying for it because of that. It's crazy.
and that's
It's
something
just
I did read not too long ago. That the prices that hospitals and doctors and other things like that list are actually artificial. When I went for my biopsy, it was in 2019. The As far as I can read the bill, the procedure itself was only a couple $1,000s, but the price was 13,000.
right.
And then you had this $11,000 adjustment. And my understanding is that the adjustment was a deal worked out between insurance company and
Yeah.
hospital to make it sound good or something. I don't know. Um,
Right.
and if you don't have insurance, unfortunately, you're on the hook for the whole damn thing.
Right. And that's exactly what happens. It's a deal between the insurance companies and the hospitals. I used to work in medical billing, and
Ah,
it was amazing. Yes, it was it was amazing what gets written off, and and then whatever is left over is paid for by the insurance, and then once that's done, if there's anything else, it's the patient's responsibility. Like if it's a copay, or
yeah,
in the case of Medicaid, most of the time it's just covered. But if you're self-pay, you pay the whole amount. You don't get that special deal that the insurance companies get.
yeah,
So people can rack up thousands upon thousands of dollars of medical debt in a matter of months. I mean,
yeah. My
well, my
understanding
husband,
is even days.
yeah, oh yeah,
Or
for
you're,
the,
what were you starting with?
oh yeah, oh, like for my husband, when he had his heart attack and passed away, my insurance was billed for the ambulance, and that was what, $600,
Oh
and
wow.
then the
Okay, my
insurance,
understanding is that's cheap.
yeah, it was cheap. That's considered cheap, and this was back in '07, so I can just imagine what it is now. But
Uh huh.
the insurance company paid part of that, and then I had a copay on top of that I paid, and then yeah, it was something else.
Well, I
Uh,
remember when I had my biopsy, the only way I made the co-payments was through the generosity of friends.
yeah.
I'm getting registered into the hospital because Jeff Systrike had come here from New Jersey.
Hmm.
He says, "Yeah, do you need somebody to take you to the hospital?" I said, "Well, Jeff, you've got 300 some miles to drive and everything." He says, "Yeah, I know. When do you want me?" Which turned out to be wonderful because the insurance company provided transportation fucked up and said, "Oh, I can't make it." So,
Oh, jeez.
it was a damn good thing Jeff was here. But anyway, where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
Oh, cost. Cost of transportation.
Yes.
Yeah, in there.
Huh.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's that whole thing that they provided was worthless. And I
Yep.
looked into transportation for sessions of dialysis and everything else like that, and it would be like $20 one way on Uber because I can't take a bus.
Right.
Not anymore, unfortunately. I wish I could. But just me
Right.
walking to the bus stop from here, by the time I get there, I'm throwing up.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
ouch.
the exertion of doing that just causes the whole thing to go. And I'm happy right now. I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything very much lately. So I haven't been puking all over the place. That's a good thing. But that's really
Yeah.
the only way I don't is by doing nothing. Um,
Right.
and I don't know, what are you going to do? I mean, I don't like that sort of existence because you can't
No.
go anywhere, you can't do anything. And I certainly don't want to be chained to a machine, a dialysis
Right.
machine. Although there are going to be people who tell me that, well, that's not much different than what you're doing now. And yeah, I know they have a point, but what are you going to do? Um,
Right.
oh my. What? Okay, Jeanette says the legislature still hasn't broken out of the state of gridlock it's been in for years. They are still get ready to start thinking about blah blah blah. Well, we all starve to death. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
A hospital, a provider that accepts assignment to accept Medicare or Medicaid, has to adjust their billing to reflect those programs' usual and customary fees for each and every service they obtain. Yes, I do know
Yes,
about
they
that one.
do.
Yeah. What do they call that? UCR or something? Usual and customary reimbursement.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Trying to think back when I was working there. It's been a while.
But we have. I wish I could go reach into the grave and slap these people silly. We have. I'm trying to remember Kaiser's first name and Richard Nixon to thank for where we are right now. And yes, the Kaiser I'm talking about is the Kaiser Foundation Kaiser.
Yep.
Yeah, they struck a deal such that Kaiser could make a profit, and then this is where it went. And it's so easy to start something like that, but to wind it down, to bring an end to it, that's something else again. Because nobody's gonna like not making their money. Oh, hi, honey, you back? Yay!
Yay. I made it. I had to fix a little girl's bike again. The kickstand keeps going loose, so this
Aw.
time I got some Loctite out and really made sure it ain't gonna come off on her
All
again.
right, the
Yeah.
Mr. Fix It over here.
Yeah, there's a couple kids that always come to me when they need a hand with something. I guess there's just nobody on their side that's handy or something. I don't know, but I just do it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, it's fine.
You is a good people person. That's what you are. Yes, you are indeed.
It's-
Oh,
sometimes.
well, you treat me well enough. I mean, for the time being, yeah. Then you're going to turn on me, right?
Yeah. No, but if you were to ask people in the flat Earth community, I don't think they would see me as quite so nice.
Oh, I had totally forgotten that you were involved in debunking the flat Earth and everything else, and I'd forgotten about some of the people with whom you were involved because, Blake is involved with you, is he not?
Yeah. He's been starting to join us a lot for our Thursday show, and we're trying to get him on the weekend as well, but it's just time permitting, right?
He is an
Yeah.
absolute wonderful sweetie. He was supposed to come here
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of times, and unfortunately his schedule did not work out well for him. Military duty called and wasn't able to get here, which I'd like to see at some point. I mean, it would be great to have somebody around here. I mean, okay, Sylvia, I love you dearly, but every now and then I'd like to see somebody else. Oh,
That's
my
funny.
word. And it's well, that's why it was so wonderful to have Jeff here, is when he came out to take me out, because we sat around and we talked and stuff and everything else. And unfortunately 2 days later, oh well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I guess as far as that goes, what do you have coming up later on today? Because you guys are roping me into being on with you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing our Friday Shills show tonight, so it's comedic debunking, let's say, right? We keep it very lighthearted and fun, and we got
Oh, yeah.
Tornado and Momnado joining us tonight, and Bad Astra's joining, so it's just going to be an absolute party.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
It'll be
tell
great.
you. Okay, one thing I do want to ask: do they know that I'm showing up?
Probably not.
Oh,
I
good,
don't know.
good,
I didn't
good,
bother to
good. I
tell
want
them.
to surprise them.
All right, cool.
Because I tell you, it's really nice. Okay, people, audience, it's not that I'm complaining, but it's nice every now and then to not be in the left-hand seat. It's nice to occasionally just be another crew member, and
Yep.
it's a different feeling. You're under a little bit more pressure as a host, which I love dearly. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wish I were good enough to do this for a living. I really do. It's that I don't know. Maybe if I worked at it enough, I could, but I don't know. I know Peter DeTucker always told me that I should really be a lot further along than I am, because he would tell me I'm so good. I don't know if you know Peter or not. Gonna go for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of these days I have to have him on the show, but that's another story entirely. What amazes me is that it's going to be what now? 3 years that I've been doing this, and time
Wow,
flies
cool.
and you're having fun.
Nice.
Really does.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're coming up on 500 uploads on our channel. So
Oh,
Yep.
wow, amazing. Oh my. I don't
yeah.
know offhand how many I've got going. I would have to look. I know that my Sunday show, we just did number 109.
Cool.
Awesome.
And the Tuesday show we just did, I think, number 60.
Okay.
But then some of the other stuff
Good.
that I was doing, I haven't been doing much of lately, and I need to resurrect it. I mean, this day in a life was when I started a while back, and I'm just trying to resurrect it now and trying to basically present myself as just a normal person. I mean, we transies are not from outer space. We don't have three heads, things like that. I don't know if that
Yeah,
helps
I hear
or
you
not.
guys only put on the Marvin the Martian helmets on Friday nights when you're doing your little get-togethers at the club, right? Isn't that how
Yeah,
it
there
works?
you go. Yeah, we want a big kaboom. Where's the big kaboom?
I'm
Earth
disappointed.
shattering
I love the Toy
kaboom.
Story aliens.
Oh, shit.
That's great.
Oh, my. What fun, Rick. What kind of a hard time are you giving me telling me I'm cheating on Sylvia? What?
That's funny.
Oh, my. Oh, this, just above from Jeanette again. Unscrupulous providers will still attempt balance billing for the difference, which is not allowed. Too many elderly folks are taken in by it. What's that all about?
Yeah. Oh, that's if what's supposed to get written off isn't, and it's sent to the patient instead. That's not a good thing. So,
Ooh, boo-foo.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys, those of you who are in the U.S., and I know there are a few of you there, I'm going to bother you and ask you, could you please make your voices heard? Because we do absolutely need some reform in healthcare. This half-arsed stuff that has been presented lately is just not doing it.
I don't understand it because a healthy populace contributes more to the overall national product, so to speak, of the output of the country. Everybody contributes more. There's more taxes flowing and so on and so forth. It makes no sense to not want a healthy population. I don't get it.
I don't
I don't
either. The only thing I can think of, are they Dickensian in their thoughts where this poor person dies, what's the big deal? There are 10 more to take his place.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
sounds like it.
That's
It-
the
it
only
does seem
thing I
like-
can think of.
Yes. It's just like
Fuckers.
what we were talking about earlier. Screw you, I've got mine. It's just
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
that's the mindset of some of these people. And they're the ones, unfortunately, who get in power and have the most influential voices, and that's what everyone hears. Well, if you help these people, they're gonna want more, and the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
they do that with
Mhm.
everything. It's the exact same rhetoric that you hear for like the minimum wage increase. You hear that for healthcare. You hear it for when we were trying to expand Medicaid. You heard the exact same thing. Well, if they get their Medicaid, what are they going to want next?
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice.
Oh,
Being
my.
able to get glasses would be nice. But
Yeah, they
you know,
would. That's I mean, the glasses I'm wearing right now, well, I get two pairs at a time. I tried bifocals at one point, and I got severe neck pain because I'm sitting here trying to look at the screen, and I'm trying to look like this to see the screen
oh,
through the little. I can't do it, so I need two pairs of glasses. So that's $500, about $250 a
oh,
pair. So
yeah.
this is why I've had on my face and over here since I saw the solar eclipse in 17. And I know that I was supposed to have, by the rule book, whatever, have got at least one more prescription. But you just don't have the cash because you've got to come out of pocket for it.
Right.
And there's where your system isn't quite there either, is it, Dick? I think you were saying that where your optical and dental and shit doesn't quite make it. It really should. Really.
Yeah. I actually am luckier than most being on the disability plan up here because I do get an allowance every 2 years towards dental. And optical, I wouldn't be able to just walk in and get a free eye test and get glasses in Canada. But again, being on the disability plan, I get some towards that as well. And
Wow,
I'm
yay.
actually about to be doing that because holy do I need glasses now. In the last 2 years, it's gotten to a point where every time I go to read something that's like on a package or whatever, I'm grabbing these granny reading glasses I got because it's just over, right? And I noticed myself getting frustrated and I'm squinting a lot. And so I got to get the actual glasses because it's actually having an effect now, right?
Yeah, and
it
well,
was, too.
yeah, I started going, what is it, presbyopia or something like that. I started going farsighted when I was in my 40s. So that's, like 20 years ago. Every time, as you say, I pick up something to read, my prescription has changed. From last week, it has changed today. And it's like, if I got glasses as
Wow.
often as I needed them, it was like, I can't do it. My co-pilot, Kate, just got LASIK a little while ago. And I mean, even if I had the money to do something like that, I'd be afraid to because what change to my prescription would there be from the time I got LASIK to 2 weeks later?
Right. I know. When we get older, I notice things they have to be set further back so I can read
Yes,
it clearly.
absolutely. And I
Yeah.
don't even need glasses to maneuver around the house anymore.
Right.
One of the main reasons I'm wearing this is I look better in glasses. I like to say, I see better with contacts. I look better with glasses. Because pull this off and you get to see all the bags under the eyes and all that bullshit. And but it's not even blurry anymore. I've gone out of the house and not realized that I didn't have glasses on my face. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Now what we've got to figure out. What time is the shills?
8 p.m. Eastern, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Eastern
okay,
time.
that's fine. So yeah, it's okay. That's later than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing. I like that.
Okay.
I was thinking 7 p.m. So I didn't necessarily have to move the program an hour, but that's fine. We've got another hour to sit around and just talk about shit if nobody minds.
I'll have to go a little early because I got setup to do in the background. I gotta
Of
reboot the
course,
system,
yeah.
reboot the router, get OBS all dialed up and shit.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the clock here. I've got 1849 hours. So a half hour, 45 minutes we can run and then give you that time. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Actually, I'll need about half an hour. So yeah, I've got 40 minutes in me right now. I need about a half an hour for startup and getting ready.
sounds good to me. I'm liking it. And I see that Randy is here, Harmonica Man. How are you, honey? Oh my, oh my.
Great
oh my.
name.
Yeah. He actually is a harmonica man. He actually does the harmonica. And
Oh, cool.
So no, his name is not Alvin. I remember the original, so that's it's too bad I can't get my hands on. I can find some of it, but I can't find all that I used to have years ago. Please don't
Right.
mind my burping. That comes with the kidneys.
No worries.
Oh my. And yeah, as far as all that goes, so I mean, what else have you two got going? What's up?
We're getting a new debate show on our channel ready.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have a somewhat of a unique format to it. There's literally gonna be colored commentators between the rounds, like sports events and stuff, and there'll be a running leaderboard at the end of the show, and we'll keep a score of like who gets the most points. The debaters get points during the show, so the viewers can add vote to give a score each round, and we're gonna have a moderator calling fallacies and whatnot, and they will be deducting points but still letting them say their BS. Might as well, right? You can't,
Mm.
And so it should make it, kind of animated, kind of fun, a little different,
Yay! This is a very, very good thing, and it's going to be interesting to see how that goes because I like the sound
Mhm.
of it, especially that whole color commentary.
Yeah.
I had never thought of a debate with commentary like that. And
Yeah.
I used to debate classically back when I was in high school.
Oh, okay, cool.
Awesome.
So I'm familiar with that sort of format. It's last time I did any of it was what 1974. But yeah, it's knowing what we did then and then hearing you describe it now. It sounds like a little bit of an improvement to me. It sounds like more fun.
Well, thanks.
Um,
That's what we're that's the idea, right? Is to add something different instead of just two people arguing back and forth to try to give more, right?
mhm.
Right.
Yes,
And help
Jeanette,
sometimes give some background.
it is a new channel that you absolutely need to discover. Absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Throw that
Yeah,
link up there, Dick. Come on.
Yeah. Amy's usually faster at this. Watch here. I'm sure it'll.
There it is.
Uh, I'm feeling very old and rickety today. Oh.
Oh.
There we go. There you go. The EIE network. I'm trying to remember. I am reasonably sure that I am subscribed. Because yeah, the EIE has.
Have you noticed? Have you noticed how many times? Like I noticed myself in the last 6 months. I've had to resubscribe people I was subscribed to 100% guaranteed, and YouTube seems to have unsubbed me.
Uh-huh. Now, I have not had that much of a problem with that I've noticed. But then again, I'm subscribed to about 700 channels, so it would be easy for one to slip through the cracks. So maybe I haven't noticed them all. There are people, however, who are telling me that they have been unsubbed from me by YouTube. So
Yep.
it's not that I'm untouched. And I don't understand what it is about
I don't get it either.
I wish somebody would get their acts together.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Google though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeanette, because
One thing.
hmm?
Oh, Alphabet as a whole, like YouTube, Google, the whole conglomerate together, Alphabet seems to do everything as a beta. We're always struggling with their stuff being half-assed, except the damn web browser and the search engine. There's the only two things they ever get perfect. Well,
Yeah, and well, one of the things that Kate and I would talk about on the shows occasionally would be they seem to be good at making changes simply for the sake of making changes. Not to improve anything, it's just we want it to look different. And then, of course, when they make the change, then they all get screwed up.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I know Jeff would absolutely love EIE. What I'm trying to remember, did you and Strike ever work together? Did he disappear?
No, it might be muted. It might be a
Oh, there's
Oh.
still There's still three of us
my
here.
mute button failed. It happens every so often to me. I don't understand why yet, but we were streaming with her a bunch, but life happens and we're not
Well,
now. But that's okay.
well, I mean, prior to that, back when Jeff was still alive, did you ever work with him?
I got to meet him online in the Discords and whatnot a few times. Morton Nielsen is one of the first people I got close to in the scene, and he was really tight with Jeff and brought me over to the Discord and started introducing me to people. It's too bad we never got to do a show with him. That's a shame. He would
Yeah.
have been perfect.
Oh my. Yeah, he was actually. Well, I was on. I was a regular on his panels for
Hmm.
quite a while, and he actually came on my show, and we would always have so much fun together. And I would never understand what it was that he saw in me, but he appreciated me for some stupid reason. We had a beautiful friendship. Um, it's just, for example, phone calls. One of us would call the other, and periodically throughout the phone call, it's like, "Yeah, I should let you go," and "Yeah, I should let you go," and 6 hours later, we finally hang up. It's one of these little deals, and he always
Yeah.
saw something in me I never did see in myself, and I don't get it. I still don't, but I miss him horribly. I really do. It's
I bet you do.
Yeah, well-loved dude, that's for sure. Holy,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
I
I look back, and I was one of the last people to see him alive, and
Oh.
I guess that's an honor, really,
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
because yeah, he was in this apartment 36 hours before he died.
wow,
Oh.
Yeah, that's when he.
that's
That's when he took me to the biopsy.
right.
That's right.
Oh man, yeah. Shadow Kitty appreciates Morton definitely, and
Mm.
Linda is a beautiful lady. She really is.
Oh, yeah, they're cool.
Yes.
Oh, doorbell again. I bet the kids are back. I'll just be a second. Sorry, hold on.
Oh my! Let me get the stopwatch and count. Oh my word! What are you looking at, kittiness?
She's so cute.
You is the kitty. Yes, you is. Now you hear her, right? Yeah. Aw. She keeps me going. I hope she's gonna be.
Me
I hope she's gonna be well taken care of. I really do. I worry about that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not to cry and complain and everything else, but I'm reasonably sure I'm going to predecease her. So,
Yeah.
because I mean, she's not quite 5 years old.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So yeah, she's still got some time left in her. My Miranda died at 15. So if these
Right.
two have the numbers, then she's got at least another 10 years going for her.
Yeah, that's true. It's like my cat. My cat's always around average was around 15 when they would go.
Mm-hmm. And well, my Miranda came with a litter mate. Um, one of my many exes had a friend who took a stray in. The stray had a litter in her kitchen. Uh, so she comes over one day with a box, says, "You two want any cats?" And well, Miranda climbed up my back, me. And so, okay, I guess somebody wants to be over here. And she said, you want another one? And Anita and I looked at each other, and I looked over, and under the kitchen table, there was this little calico hiding, saying, "I'm not here. You don't see me." Okay, so that became Ariel. And Ariel left with the ex. Well, they had bonded. That's okay. But Ariel
Yeah.
made it to 19.
Wow.
And the last few years was Ariel actually died of chronic kidney disease.
Oh,
The ex was dialyzing her. Are you familiar with parenteral dialysis?
I think so. It sounds familiar.
Where you
It's
run fluid into the body cavity, and
okay.
then the nitrogen um, goes into the fluid by osmosis, and then it gets drained out or pissed out or however that works.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Poor kid.
she'd get that a couple times a week, and I could not be in the living room when Ariel was getting dialyzed because she was a little jumpy and didn't want the needle flying all over the place and everything else. But yeah, she actually made it to 19, and that was just totally
Wow.
amazing. Um,
That is actually. That's actually pretty good.
Wait a minute. What do we have here, honey? Side sister says he didn't even have to point it out to me. Um, I lost track of what we were talking about with that.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh God. Where did I see that? Shadow Kitty. Shadow Kitty says take two. They're small. That is that is a thing that my best friend years and years and years ago would always say. Take two. They're small. Yeah, he
Cute.
was the best man when I got married. Um,
Oh,
and
yes, she is.
that wasn't the greatest thing in the world. I did it as I shouldn't have done it. I got married to run away from home,
Oh, yeah.
and it did last 8 years.
That's good.
But
That's good.
I think Sandra would have been better off without me. Period.
Oh,
I mean, I was 23 years old when we got married.
oh, okay.
She was 38.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And you were very young.
I don't mind the age gap. I mean,
Right.
I've been on both ends of an age gap,
Hmm.
and the problem was not the age. Okay,
Right.
there were other things going on, but
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
Sandra was 15 years older than I, and then my most recent ex, Melody, was 13 years younger.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, when people talk about age gaps, I'm what, you know,
Yeah.
what's the big deal? Um, and
I was told the same thing when I was growing up, and age only matters if you're wine or cheese.
mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it.
And
Age gap
I've
matter.
been recently told, that age was one of the reasons I got turned down. There were many reasons I got turned down, but age was one of them. And it's like, oh, darn it. I mean, 18 years isn't all that bad. Really?
No.
I mean, I'm just shy of 64, and Kate is 45. I wish, but she won't have me, damn it. It's an ongoing theme on our show. Everybody tunes in just for that. No, you don't have a crush on her? No, hell no, I don't.
Not at all. That's awesome.
Oh, okay, Jeanette, I get it. Um, oh, I don't know. It's just no, I don't think that much of myself, so I think that's obvious already. So I tend to underestimate myself, and I get it. I get it. And what the fuck. Okay. Yeah, Melody and I were together 11 years. So we were actually together longer than my wife and I were. Um, I'm not exactly sure what she's up to now. She may be back in New Jersey. Yeah,
Oh,
she actually came out to Pennsylvania to move in with me.
oh
Um,
wow.
well, she was moving in with me to run away from home.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so that's another thing. And what are you going to do? Um,
Right.
but I hope, in a way, I hope things are working out for her. I don't know. We
Yeah.
had a hell of a rocky relationship.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh well, what you gonna do when
Well,
it?
that's right. So
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it asks the foo? Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, I made it back. Yes.
yay! Oh my
Uh,
word.
I'll probably be needed one more time by the sounds of it. There's it's it's one of those days the kids are they're all here and I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Dale
Help
Corostu.
is needed.
yeah.
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 Well, I need all the help I could get, but that's beside the point. Um, oh my, it's so much fun. It really is.
Yeah.
That's the way I do the phone all the time, or or even the counter help. May I help you? Yeah, I need all the help I can get. I usually get a nice chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
What's really fun though is on the phone all the time. I am
Isn't
consistently.
Lois just gorgeous? She's just a
Tayo Corosto?
I hit the wrong button on my little stream deck thingy and something popped up. It was like, oops.
No, but I tell
Yeah.
you, I'm consistently misgendered over the phone, and I get it. Okay, I do, because my voice is not what one usually regards as a feminine voice, although it's not necessarily my normal range. This is my normal range. They tell
Right.
me that I should have been in radio. But yeah, I mean, even at this range, yes, sir, what can I do? And it's like, yeah, I don't even get pissed off about it anymore. It's like it just
Right.
because they can't see my face. I get it.
Yeah.
Right.
And half the time, if you saw my face, you'd still say, "Sir," because I look in the mirror, and what looks back is an old man.
I hear that all too well. All too well.
You're a kid. You're a
Holy.
kid. Come on. What are you, 50?
50. Yeah.
There you go. Uh-huh. I remember 50.
Oh, I'm going to remember it for a long time because it was one heck of a slow bullshit year.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, one thing I'm just curious about. I'm actually seeing your face here for the first time. And I'm
Okay.
comparing it to the icon that you're using. Where did you get the idea for the icon?
Oh, Steaming Cup of Reason on the iNetwork on one of our show members there. He's really good at that stuff. He did them all. He did Amy's, mine. He did the majority of the ones we have.
Oh, yay!
And he
Oh,
he
yay.
did me to be up like a man in black sort of, NASA black site kind of guy. That's
Yeah,
what
huh?
he envisioned, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you remind me of a politician in that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny whenever somebody sees me for the first time like on camera like now, everybody always goes, I did not picture you to look like that. And it's because of that avatar, right? Everybody's expecting somebody like that.
Oh
You know,
man.
I'm just a hard 70s throwback, man. You know,
Oh,
you know,
jeez. Yeah, definitely. Well, wait a minute now. Okay, you were born in 1971, right?
70.
70. Oh, for Christ. This is what really sets me back, and it's like, you're old, Clarion. In 1970, I was about to start high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
I started high school in the fall of 1971. Yeah, and
I wish I had been born about 5 or 6 years earlier, because I was the music on the radio when I was like 5, 6 years old was both great and atrocious,
uh-huh, yeah.
right?
Well, I
Yeah.
feel the
You
same way
know.
about the stuff out of the 60s. I mean, I remember stuff from 1961, and I have fond memories. Well, I just found one song that I really loved when I was 4 years old. If anybody here knows the song called Wheels, da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we get a copyright strike, but that's no big.
Yeah, yeah.
It was by a group called the String Alongs. I just found it, and I'm going to test it and see if I can get away with uploading it and get only a copyright claim, which is okay. I mean, I get copyright claimed every time I go on the air. The Strauss I use on my Tuesday shows gets copyright claimed every time. But it's a nice little thing, and I'd like to start a show with it. The only thing I want to find is a group of people bicycling and put the wheels behind that. But you know what the heck. But I mean, this is the sort of thing I do. I mean, I'm not an expert. I don't have any great talent. So, you know, what little things I can find here and there, I'll just go ahead and use. Yeah, I remember 50, Jeanette. I turned 50 in what the heck was it, 2007?
Oh.
Yeah, when I was born, the only satellite orbiting Earth was the moon. Eisenhower was president.
Uh-huh.
I do not remember Eisenhower as president. Kennedy, I do remember.
Oh, okay, yep.
And the assassination is seared into my memory. I was 6 years old.
Oh gosh, I'm sure. Ouch.
But yeah, it's. I don't remember exactly what happened at school, but I think we were sent home early. But I don't remember the things that went on around that. And then I definitely remember the slimy bastards tuned in to CBS News all day. Yeah, that's what. Oh, I see the look on your face. You're wondering who the slimy bastards are, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, I never had parents. There were these two
Oh.
There were these two people who went to the adoption agency and pointed to the rack and said, "I want that one."
Same here.
They were not parents. Oh, they were not parents.
Oh.
I got chosen from a rack, but it worked out okay on my end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my sister and I both were adopted.
Oh.
Yeah, me in 1958 and she in 61.
Oh.
I'm all that's left. It's the interesting thing. Yeah, my sister died in 07.
Wow.
Cerebral aneurysm burst.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, so she was working. I think it was Thursday afternoon and Saturday morning. You know, they turned the machine off. You know, pulled the plug.
Oh,
So,
I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
yeah, she and I were polar opposites.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the things is I like to joke that the slimy bastards raised the two of us Roman Catholic. She found Jesus. I found Carl Sagan.
I like it.
You
And
chose wisely.
yeah,
Yeah, you did.
were she alive, I'm 99.5% sure that she would have been a Trump supporter.
Oh, wow.
Well, by this time, she
Hmm.
was doing the full blown Pentecostal thing, rolling around on the floor. What do they call that? Slain in the spirit and the speaking in tongues and all that crap.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
gosh.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen somebody break out and speak in tongues right in front of me once. It was unbelievable.
Oh,
I was
jeez.
I was blown
Yeah.
away.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I know what I'm doing. You know, I have to.
Yeah.
Well, that's the interesting thing when I look at it. You know, read accounts and everything else. I sometimes wonder how many of these people know what they're doing while they're doing it, and then I think many of them do because I have read accounts where these the kids, as kids, are practicing this because they think they're expected to do it,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
that whole pressure thing is just drives me crazy. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Um, what, honey? My wow. God, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people's kitties. What? 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 Here. No?
Okay.
Okay. If you insist. Oh my phone is charged. How do you like that? I I have so many charging cables around here that I don't know which one is which. Literally, I reach down there and it's a crapshoot what I'm going to come up with. What I'd really like is to be able to have a I don't know what, a patch panel where I
Mm.
could have some cables that I could plug into the panel and then plug into whatever phone I have. And well, I have three phones. This is
Oh,
the
wow.
interesting. I never thought I would have three phones, but I
Uh-huh.
bought a smartphone about a year ago. Prior to that, I had one of those government phones. What do they call it?
Mhm.
Safe Link.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's a smartphone. And then the one I bought to take to Chicago, not Chicago. Well, I did stop in Chicago, but to take to Illinois with me to keep in contact with things when I went to see the eclipse. You know, bought one of those Captain Kirk phones. Um, but so yeah, three phones, three phone numbers. I use one to trap spam, and then
Oh, yep.
the other one is my regular phone, and the third one I almost never turn on. But what the hell? Oh my! Yes. Let me see, honey. Yes, Eisenhower was still in office in April 1960. The election was that November. Camelot year one. Uh huh. Uh huh. Well, yeah. JFK was inaugurated January '61, but
Hmm.
God, I used to have that inaugural address memorized.
Oh, wow.
I it was not a case of worship the way people now worship Trump, but I really, really did appreciate. Um, I had a great deal of respect. I still do for Kennedy, and I
Yep.
know he wasn't the greatest person alive,
Right.
but from what I can remember, he was a reasonably good president.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I remember an article comparing Kennedy to Trump, and there were a lot of parallels.
Ha ha ha.
Especially the philandering. Oy vey.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember reading about all that when they did that comparison.
Hmm. But yeah, I remember how pissed off I was when Kennedy came on television to announce the troubles in Cuba. Yeah, because he was interrupting my favorite show. Jesus, 5 years old I was. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Sai Sister says speaking in tongues is to religious fanaticism as scatting is to jazz singing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I like it. It's a great comparison.
It is
Yay!
actually.
Or as they say in the old
Yeah.
country, they say "Tayo korostu." That's what they say. I have no freaking idea what that means. I think it means.
I remember
nothing.
I remember the first time I heard Mel Torme, I was like, would somebody just slap that guy? I mean, what the hell's going on? Like, what's wrong with him?
God, Mel Torme, Ella Fitzgerald. Let's see. Who were the other? Well, there's of course Scatman Crothers, but
Yeah.
the other people who were famous for scat singing.
I discovered Mel Torme because of the guy who played the judge on that old show Night Court.
Oh, Harry Anderson. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. He was a huge fan of Mel Torme.
Yeah. Had him on the show a bunch and everything.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask. I couldn't remember if he had him on the show or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He did. I remember.
Oh,
That was a
my
crazy
word.
show.
Yes, I liked that show. One of the few television
Yeah.
shows, non-documentary television shows that I actually liked. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something good about it. The guy who played the lawyer, the schmuck, he was hilarious. He was funny.
Now, do
He
I
was
remember
funny.
correctly that he lent his name? Well, not he lent, but somebody applied the name because of him to Leisure Suit Larry, the computer game. Is that it?
I've never heard that, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because they are two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
And I missed that. I had that game because I had an 8088 back in, 1985 or something like that. Yeah, they had a couple
Right.
computer games, and that was one of them. And Leather
I had it on an
Goddesses-
Atari ST.
Okay. And another game I had was Leather Goddesses of Phobos. God, that sounds kinky. I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, Soy Sister. I agree. Too bad RFK didn't live.
I know.
Because, yeah, he would have done very well to carry the torch. Oh,
Yep.
Jesus! No! I
Wow.
don't want to!
There would have been craters, man. There would have been craters and clouds.
She asks, can you imagine Trump dealing with the Cuban Missile Crisis? Oh, Jesus. Oh,
That wouldn't have.
I don't know whether he would have just completely folded or if
Yeah.
he would have done something just totally fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
sorry. I'm looking at the time here. I better bail and get set up for the show. So
Yeah.
I'll see y'all really soon.
Okay,
Okay.
honey. So you're going to send me a link? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, Amy, you'll take care of it because I haven't logged into Twitter in a couple of weeks, and it's kind of the
Perfect.
cesspool I'm trying to avoid right now.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, do I ever? Okay, honey. So
Yeah.
I'll see you in about half
All right.
an hour or so. And we'll
Cool,
just
cool.
take it from there. And
Awesome. I'll see you very
thanks
soon.
for
Take care,
coming on.
everybody.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh.
Sincerely.
My pleasure. Absolutely. Okay. Bye.
Yay! And anything to take care of Aimée between now and startup of the Shills?
No, I'm good for a few more minutes.
Oh, good! Yay! Yay! Don't
Yeah.
leave me all alone here. Well, actually I am going to fill the coffee cup, but we'll do that in between shows. And
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I have to wonder sometimes. When I say that I switched to the 8-cup coffee maker, I used to make 40 cups of coffee at one time. I had a 40-cup Hamilton Beach coffee maker. Well, I still have it. I have to
Right.
wonder sometimes how much of that caffeine, did the caffeine screw up my kidneys?
After 40 cups.
Because I've been
Yeah.
a heavy coffee drinker all my life, really.
Yeah.
I remember my babka used to make a pot of coffee, pour it into a saucepan, with add the milk already, and then whenever any of us wanted a cup of coffee, we would just heat up the coffee in the pan and pour it into the
Oh.
cup. And by the time you poured that last cup of coffee out of the saucepan, you had to get in there with a paint scraper and just
Oh.
take the coffee out of there. And okay, like I'm 10 years old while we're doing this. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I was a coffee drinker from about age 10, smoker from about age 12. Yeah, I really
Wow.
took care of myself. I did. Yeah, it was beautiful. Oh man. So I don't know. Maybe I did it to myself, but if that's the case, then
Yeah, but coffee is good. It's just the ultimate nectar of the gods, you know?
it's yummy and tasty, definitely.
It is.
Especially, well, how is it the old saying goes? I like my coffee the way I like my women, hot, black, and strong.
Yeah.
Okay,
That-
the saucepan was one of those old saucepan things that you would get at a hardware store.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was all beat up and dented and everything else. And, well, a lot of the stuff Babka had, the ceramic coffee cups and the flatware and stuff like that, came from hardware stores.
Oh, wow.
Because you were
That's
able to
cool.
get that stuff at hardware
Yes.
stores. Yes.
Yes. We had a hardware store in the big town next to the one that we grew up in, and they had a hardware store and it had everything in there. It had housewares in there. It had all the hardware stuff and everything. It was
Yes.
great.
Um,
And Dad would bring Mom home a new coffee cup all the time.
oh my. And as late as 1988, there
Mhm.
was one of those hardware stores down the street from where I lived. You could get anything there. And if
Yes.
they didn't have it, they knew where to get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. That was like ours. It's yep, there's a Dunkin' Donuts there now, but
Oh,
they used to
what?
be. Yeah, but it was in the 80s when it finally closed. It was like almost 90 when ours closed. It was too bad
Okay.
too because I love that hardware store. It had everything in there.
No, wait a minute. TV Tube, you're looking for an image, what, of the saucepan? I don't know what keywords to use, but I can give it a try. She would have had that thing. Oh my God, she probably had that saucepan when the male slimy bastard was a kid.
Oh, wow.
And he was born in 1925.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's do the image thing here.
Yeah, here comes
There,
Kitty. She's so cute.
Kittiness, what is you doing? Okay. I'm not finding. Okay, hardware store saucepan. How about going old?
There you go.
Kerato porcale che ti pista tatoyu corazone metrada. Eto pede chissà. Oh my. Let's see, how old is this one? Ooh, okay. This was okay in the as a cooking pot. This was close to that saucepan that she had. Let's see if we can do this right. We can the Widno,
Okay.
and we can get that one, and we can to share, and we can presenting sort of like this.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was an early aluminum cookware thing, and yeah, just put a handle on that, and that's the saucepan I'm thinking of. You know, the long handle.
Yep.
And look, God, it's her stove. Her stove was beautiful. It didn't have pilot lights.
Oh, wow.
So she had on the wall next to the store, I mean, on the wall next to the stove, there was screwed a matchbox holder. And you put the matchbox in
Oh,
this thing, and as they poured out into the little tray, you would take the match and the sandpaper on the side and strike the match
and strike
and
the
light
match
the
on it.
stove that way.
Wow. My
Oh
grandmother had
man,
one of those. She had one of those stoves that you could do that with, and it was, yeah, it was, it was a gorgeous stove.
I wish I missed those days. I really. There were things about those days that I would never want to see again, but there are some
Right.
things that I do miss.
Right. Like the handiwork, like the saucepans that we had. I have a dresser that my son uses right now that's 130. And
Ooh.
yeah, and I love it because it's 130 years old and it's still standing. It's just stuff like that. Yeah, things were made very well back then, and
Oh,
that's the only thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, stop sharing. There we go. That's what I miss. I wish I could have. Well, I wish that the guy who was selling me the house was not lying. He lied like crazy about the condition the house was in. And I was
Oh,
finding out only as I was remodeling the place. But I would have loved to have had that and remodeled it because that house was like 114 years old.
oh wow.
It was one of those that I call a Milhunky house. The original house had the living room and kitchen downstairs, and then upstairs were the two bedrooms.
Yep.
And then somebody who owned the place right around World War II had added to the back of it
Oh, okay.
and split it into two units, upstairs and downstairs. I was converting it back to a single family dwelling, and I had plans for that place, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it warm enough quickly enough.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed I didn't die of hypothermia. Because if you
Wow.
remember the winter of 2013, 2014,
Yes.
I was in that house with no heat during
Oh,
that
good Lord.
winter. Um,
Ouch.
yeah, I mean, minus 10 and under, like five blankets with three cats packed around me, and I'm still cold, sleeping in fully clothed in a trench coat,
Yep.
that whole thing. Yeah, I am just totally amazed that I'm still alive. But it was an interesting experience. I will say that much for it.
Yeah.
One
Absolutely.
I don't want to repeat.
No. Definitely not. No, that winter was very harsh. Yeah, we were in a very thinly insulated house at that point in time too, and it was got to about 30 below, but the wind chill got it down to about 50 below. And that was so the toilets even froze.
Uh-huh. Well, I lost 2 water meters because the
Yep.
water meters froze.
Yep.
And that's $130 a crack, by the way.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, that
Ouch.
was crazy, 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 crazy.
That was a bad
What?
winter we had.
Oh, the hell? I'm looking here just on the Google page. Rare vintage Corningware, 1960, one quart, $6,500 for a 1 quart casserole. Jeez,
Oh my.
the hell is it? Gold leaf?
It's gotta be. Ouch. Wow.
I just don't know to knowing on the egg thing.
No.
Well, there's the egg thing and the og thing. Yeah, I know, but I love that old shit, and people think I'm weird. But when I said I switched to an 8-cut coffee maker, you know the Revereware?
Yes.
That's my coffee maker.
Oh, nice.
The drip coffee, yeah. I love that thing. And I
Oh,
think
I bet.
it was made, I think, at the latest, probably 1968, but it's just perfect for me.
It's the right size for you. Yeah.
Well, now it is anyway.
Yeah.
Sai Sister asks, wonder if simmering coffee in an aluminum pan results in some kind of leaching. Um, Maybe. It's possible.
Yeah.
Because, the coffee is rather acidic.
Yep.
And the aluminum is amphoteric, so you have the possibility of a reaction going on.
Right.
Oh man, you
Wow.
know what? This is a thing. She says when pot roast is called for, we simply refer to the big one as the pan. I have to wonder about pot roast though. Is what do you do about a pot roast when you're in one of the states where it's not legal yet? So I mean, do you have to be very careful that the cops don't come by and see you roasting pot, or what the hell? I don't know. Right about now, Kate would be foaming at the mouth, saying, "Shut up, Clarion."
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I
it's
don't
legal
know.
in Maine.
Oh, Harmonica Man has one of those matchbox holders now. Okay. Tayo Korostu. There's a
That's
lot
cool.
I miss about Babka's house, and this was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful house. Uh, Massive kitchen. I think
Oh,
the kitchen was about what, at least 16 by 16, and in that
nice.
kitchen, this was the fun part. You had the range in one of the corners, and
Uh-huh.
then you had a work table to the right of it, and then you
Oh,
had the pantry to the right of that, and you had. Notice what I'm not saying. You didn't have the refrigerator, and you did
right.
not have the refrigerator because the refrigerator was where the ice box used to be,
Right.
on the landing between the first floor and the basement, with the side door where the Iceman had a key
Oh, yeah.
and could come in and open the door and drop the ice in the ice box.
Mm-hmm.
It was built to
Wow.
service an ice box.
That's so cool.
I miss that house. Well, I miss Bob Cuppet. That's another story.
Right.
Um, yes, it's a darn good thing you got your Corningware 40 years ago, Sister. I wish I could have done something like that. but I lost pretty much everything
Oh,
when the divorce occurred.
oh, yep.
So, well, what are you gonna do? I guess you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Moo. Mer. Wait a minute. What? 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 What are you doing? Blink. That's the other thing she's good at is blink.
And she'll do it. Oh, she's so cute.
Some people's kitties. I don't know about you. I hope we still have some time together, huh, Sylvia?
She's adorable.
I did say that I took her in as a stray, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was wonderful. That was so fortuitous.
Yeah.
Um, I took in quite a few strays. My Celia was a stray when I took her in.
Oh, wow.
And well, Winston's mother was a stray.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, you notice that my ex kind of did this as well. We gave kitties names that humans wouldn't object to. So,
Oh,
so you have like Sylvia and Winston and Miranda and Ariel and well, some of the names were a little bit new agey. Um, One of the kitties that had me was Argent. He was a beautiful silver, solid
oh,
silver. Um,
nice.
yeah, his father was Merlin and his mother was Celia.
Oh,
Oh man, but oh well. What do you have? What? Okay, Jeanette says 1 year my daughter said all she wanted for her birthday was for me to make her a pot roast. Give me that low budget chuck. Okay. This is
that's
the interesting thing. You talk about low budget chuck. I have not eaten so well as during the pandemic.
yes. Oh my goodness. I think I've gained some weight.
Do you get food stamps by any chance?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
I get food stamps, and what Pennsylvania did was instituted a bonus for all of us. So I'm getting an extra $200 a month in food stamps, and I can't spend it
Right.
all.
No.
The balance is slowly increasing. So I mean, I actually got a couple of steaks this past
Uh-huh.
summer, and I grilled them outside. Um,
Oh, good.
Breast of lamb I got, which I'm gonna end up making in a couple weeks
Oh,
for
good.
Easter, and
That'll be good.
all kinds of stuff. Oh, Jesus, I got a gigantic beef brisket. Cut it into thirds, and 1/3 already went into Reuben's, and I'm
Oh,
gonna pull another third down and make more Reuben sandwiches from scratch.
oh, yummy.
And I hadn't thought of it, but when Kate mentioned it, it was, yeah, that sounds like a fun idea. She said, "Are you gonna bake the bread too?" He said, "Yeah, why not?" Um,
Yeah.
so I'll bake the bread. I will make the Russian dressing, which means making the mayonnaise that goes
Oh, yeah.
into making the Russian dressing.
No.
Make the brisket, the whole bit. It's probably going to be a total of 4 or 5 shows on Transgender Chef if I ever get around to it, and that'll be so much fun. I mean, I love
That
that
will be
sort of
great.
thing.
Oh my goodness, I love Rubens. Those are one of my favorites. My
Yeah,
husband did too. We used to make them all the time, and it was fun. Messy but fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the other thing I got recently was 2 pounds of pastrami, and I made grilled pastrami and cheese sandwiches. God damn it,
Ooh,
$10 a pound for pastrami.
wow.
Um, and unfortunately, that pastrami was not as good as the stuff I used to get at my favorite Jewish deli back in Cleveland.
Yep.
You know, this was the stuff that was packed in plastic and they sliced it on the thing, and it was okay, but
Right.
which I've got to look into making my own pastrami.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun. I mean, it's all in how you cure it and cook it, you know, one of those deals. But I might as well
Absolutely.
go out having fun, really.
Well, hey, why not? You know, you might just as well. You
Okay,
know.
so Jeanette gets food stamps. Are you getting the bonus? Because I've talked about this previously. It's when that COVID bonus on the food stamps ends, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's been a year of getting this bonus and I've really got accustomed to it.
Right.
So, and as I say, I've been eating very, very well.
Oh, that's good.
And the other thing amazes the shit out of me, eating very well, and I still lost weight.
Wow.
2019, I went to Kentucky. Well, Purple took me for
Uh
the Ark Encounter protest,
huh.
and I was astounded. Well, I finally met Aaron Raw face to face down there, and I was astounded. He and I tipped the scales at the same number. We both weighed 240 pounds. Um, I am now down to 190.
Wow. So have you lost 50 pounds?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
That's a
it's great. I love it. I need to keep this weight off because it feels good. Now I've been thinking, you know, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know. Do I go the rest of the way and get down to 165? That I felt really good at 165, but
right.
I was 22 years old at the time. So
Right.
I don't know if the 40 years would make that difference or not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Huh.
besides, I'd have to buy an entirely new wardrobe, and I don't have the cash for that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean,
That's
this is a new wardrobe here. This polo shirt of mine.
yeah.
What I decided I was going to do is I started doing a Ted Knight sort of thing. Do you remember that sitcom he was on where he was wearing a different sweatshirt from a different college every episode?
Yes, I do
Um,
remember.
I've been starting to buy up polo shirts from the colleges that I have either attended or visited.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
this one is from Baldwin Wallace College, where I took
Oh,
some summer courses in 1977. At the same time
cool.
I bought this, I bought one from Marietta College, which is the college I first attended
Oh,
right
okay.
out of high school. When I viewed the total solar eclipse, I went to the bookstore at Southern Illinois University, and I bought
Uh-huh.
a polo shirt from them, which I've worn a
Oh,
couple
cool.
times. Um, and yeah, I have a few more. I have a few more shirts to get, but definitely I want to get one from Pitt
Oh,
because
yeah.
I actually took my degree from the University of Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and the thing is, man, the standing in the NCAA rankings affects the
Oh,
price of clothing.
Oh, it does. It does.
Because
I've noticed that too.
this shirt was a little less than $30. For the same type of shirt from the University of Pittsburgh is more than 50.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Okay, so okay, I like it. I like it. It's a wonderful thing. Jeanette says that she lets her sister Vicky use the food stamps to buy good food for Microsci. Microsci is Jeff's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Is it granddaughter, hun? Or is it? No, wait.
Like,
Microsci is the daughter of the niece of Jeff.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Cy was on this kick where everybody was Cy this, Cy that. You know, he was Cy Strike. So
Right.
Jeanette became Cy's sister.
Yep.
Jeanette's daughter
Like,
became Cy niece. And
right.
then Savannah became Microsci, which works out a little bit better than my understanding is the original name was going to be Cy Goat when Catherine found out she was pregnant.
Yeah, that's funny. I like microsci. That's perfect. It's cute.
Oh man, it's amazing. Yeah, and one way or another, I got to get my arse out there and say hi to Jeanette and say hi to Catherine. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how much time I've got left to do it and everything else. I'd really like to shoot for it. Yeah, you heard me say that. You heard me say that. I want to see if I can do it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Um, what I'd like to see is this plague end,
Oh God,
and
I would too.
I'd like to be alive for the end of it, because there are people I want to
Yeah.
see. There are people I want to see again. I mean, I'd like to
Yes.
see Aaron again. I'd like to finally be able to meet Lalandra, because the last time around she couldn't come to the protest.
Oh,
Um, and I'd love to see No Illusions again. He's a cutie. He's an amazing
yeah.
guy. And teeny tiny Lucinda. Oh my God, she's so tiny. I think she
That's
comes
a.
up to my, not quite to my shoulder, but
Oh,
she's a great lady.
that's a.
Um, and Eric Murphy, I got to meet while I was there, and Jen Aldrich, I got to meet while I was there.
Cool.
Um, and then there are other people I would like to see that I haven't got to see yet. Shitload of them.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
I have to work that out, Shadow Kitty. I'd love to be able to work that out. If there was some way I could get the money together, for example, to rent a car, that would be the most expensive thing.
Yep.
Because when I went to see the eclipse, I rented a car for 10 days
Mm.
and it was about $800
Ouch.
just for the car.
Just for the car.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole 10 days that I took ran me 2,400.
Wow.
Well, in Carbondale, the hotel jacked up the price because they could.
Yep. Because yeah, because they knew everybody was coming.
Mm-hmm.
There were going to be people on all along that path, so they were coming.
And I had booked the room over a year in advance, and they still charged me extra.
Wow.
But you know what
That's
the hell? I
exactly.
don't regret spending the money. I really don't. I discovered Diana Clarion on that trip.
Nice.
That was the first trip I had ever taken for myself, by myself. Well, Sylvia was with me, but I mean,
Right.
I had planned the whole thing. I decided in, I think it was 2015, that I wanted to see the eclipse, and I just started putting the money away, started booking. I stayed in Chicago for 3 days. I hadn't been in Chicago for 30 years, and it was just,
Yeah.
I discovered how much I missed it. Got to see a game at Wrigley. Yay, 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 yay. You can tell I'm a baseball fan.
Yes.
Oh my word! Oh my word! It's 1956 hours.
It is.
Oh my, Dick's probably wondering, where the hell are they? I just saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine Jeff would insist that. Yeah, Microsci is your granddaughter, not
Oh,
Jeff's. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh.
okay.
Oh my word. Yeah, cuz okay, what I need to do then, will he have dropped anything anywhere? I don't see it. No.
I did in that group you made for us. I
Oh,
dropped a link in Twitter.
there it is. Balokutosta. At 7:55 p.m. Yeah, okay. It's a good for that. And that thing, and is that thing is good for you, is good for me. What am I
That's
talking
right.
about? I have no idea. Okay, but okay, let me tell you. Yeah, we're going to need to get some stuff done. So, ladies,
Okay.
gentlemen, and everyone in between, I want to thank all of you who are here. I want to thank everyone who is not here. No, I did not know that. Oh my word. I keep telling you guys, and I keep meaning it every time I say it. You keep me going. You appreciate this stuff. I don't understand why, but I'm glad that you appreciate all this. It's wonderful to be appreciated. And I need to thank you. I mean, from the bottom of my ogfu. And yeah, pretty much before I start getting all mushy over here. But I'll see you kids on Sunday.
Awesome.
And I have no idea what we'll be talking about, but we'll figure out something. And yeah, we'll have pilot, co pilot, flight engineer, bombardier. And I hope every one of you is there to see us. And we love to have you. And from there, thanks a lot, troops. See you on
Thank you so much, everybody.
See you on the other side.